stretching close to 265 miles across America's heartland, is one of the country's best-kept secrets, the Nebraska Sandhills. Containing approximately 13 million acres of rangeland, the Sandhills are the largest sand dune formations in the Western Hemisphere. The uniqueness of the area doesn't stop at the surface, though. The Sandhills sit atop of the Ogallala Aquifer, one of the largest underground sources of fresh water in the world. Recently, the Sandhills have been a battleground for a variety of projects, such as the Keystone XL pipeline, the R Project transmission line, and the construction of wind turbines. All of these projects have received major pushback from the people who live there, people who normally don't have much to say when it comes to these types of projects. To understand why the people who live there want to protect it, you must experience life in the Sandhills. And sometimes the best way to see the big picture is by getting airborne. You are now taking off in a Piper J3 Cub single-engine airplane in Hyannis, Nebraska. All around you, you can see rolling hills, long valleys, small bodies of water, and open space as far as the eye can see. The pilot of the plane you are in right now is actually an area rancher himself. His name is Kim Sibbett, and his family has been ranching in the Sandhills for over a century. Kim will tell you there are a couple of things that make the Sandhills special.
Just a local guy that was raised here in Hyannis, went to Hyannis school here, and when I got a little older, I couldn't wait to get out, and I did. Went away for a number of years, and then lo and behold, we came back, like a lot of people do. And it's a pretty nice country for that kind of a thing. You can do that here. And things about the Sandhills that make it special are, well, you can look all day at the grass and the water and the sunshine, and a lot of people won't understand what's so special about that, but that's part of it that they'll never get. But really, a lot of things that's special about this country is the people.
Most people that live in the Sandhills have the same answer when it comes to what makes living there so special. It's the people, the freedom, and the way of life that make the area what it is. Asking this question will usually make their face light up. Ask them about one of these energy projects, though, and you'll get a different response. These topics are tough to talk about for many people in the area. Many won't even talk on camera about these projects, simply because it isn't what they do. Keep in mind that these are simple people who want to preserve their way of life and their area's natural resources. This is why building pipelines and wind farms receives such big pushback from the people of the Sandhills. Many people don't realize how delicate the land of the Sandhills actually is. When the ground is agitated and grass is removed, the sandy soil is unprotected and exposed against the elements. This can lead to what they call blowouts or washouts. Oftentimes, grass will never fully grow back to a spot that was agitated, leaving a big patch of uncovered sand. These are the light spots in the land that you can see below you. This is one of the main reasons why most people are against the construction of most of the projects there. The delicate ground and the Ogallala Aquifer underneath was what stopped the original route of the Keystone XL pipeline across the Sandhills in 2012. The Sandhills' extensive grazing and abundant water make it a prime place for cattle production. In fact, a high percentage of Nebraska's cattle can be found right here. The majority of people in the Sandhills are involved with a cattle ranch in some way or another. It is the way of life, and the economy of the area depends on it. While there are many important days in a ranch's year, Shipping Day is one of the most substantial. This is when ranches get their yearly paycheck by selling the calves they raised during the rest of the year. You will now get to experience parts of Shipping Day, an inside look at one of the key pieces to Nebraska's economy, and the way of life out in the Sandhills. Once the cattle are rounded up, calves are sorted off from the cows, and then again sorted by sex. Once this is done, both the heifer and steer calves are weighed on a scale.
What do you think, cowboy?
Not a whole lot.
How come? How many you have on?
I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
Well, we're getting closer.
An average weight is figured after all of the loads have been weighed. The price paid for the calves is based on a per pound scale. The calves are then loaded up into semi-trailers and shipped off of the ranch to normally a feedlot or wherever the buyer decides to keep them. After shipping day, the entire cycle starts over again. The land in the Sandhills is what allows ranchers to run cattle and live their way of life. These area ranchers know what you can and can't do to this land. Many of them have lived on it their entire lives. This is the reason why so many landowners and people in the area have voiced their opinion against building wind farms and other energy projects. Fear of ruining the beauty of the area and its delicate ecosystem will keep these people fighting. The population of cattle may be substantially larger than the population of people here, but it's been this way in the Sandhills for centuries, and even though it may be considered a simple way of life, the people who live here will tell you they wouldn't want it any other way.
Like my dad always said, all we have in this country is grass and water. And we might put it through a cow, but that's about all we have out here.